What's going on, guys? Cobra here, and welcome back once again. Big welcome back. It's been a long time. It's been a long time for you guys. It's been a long time for me, and we're going to kind of address that now. I'm going to get you updated and tell you what's been going on, why there's been this big lag. And that's basically because I haven't played this game very much. I certainly have not played this prison. And we're going to get back in here. In this episode, I'm going to kind of fill you in where we've been and why there's been this big lag. And then I'm going to kind of start to try to untangle this very frustrating knot that is this prison for me. So I'm going to be looking for help from you guys. So if you're interested, please make sure you give feedback as we get into it. But first, let me talk a little bit about why I kind of stepped away from this prison. I have it paused right now because, like I said, this thing is a tangled knot. This might not be the most exciting episode for you guys, and I apologize. But I feel like I have to do this to catch you up and kind of set the tone for the rest of the way. I was having major issues with this prison. As you know, the basic idea of this prison was this long corridor, the double kitchens, and basically this mirror image prison, roughly a mirror image, separated into medium security, maximum security. And then we're going to have, supermax and protected spread around. But anyway, there were several faults in this, and there were faults in the game, not necessarily my design. And that was one we talked about, the multiple kitchens. That was a big issue. I felt like I could work around that. It was going to work well enough that I thought I would be okay. The bigger issue for me was the programs. Where the heck do I even get into that? It's been so long since I've played. Let's see, regime, policy, contraband, programs. This was the problem here. As you guys know, I've been trying to tackle contraband, and I've been trying to focus reform, and I was unable to have multiple regimes and different classes, particularly like behavioral therapy, the drug treatment, Alcoholics Anonymous. Basically what happened was, they weren't letting, like you see down here, I don't like any of this design. I'm just going to say it off the top of my head. Or, just to kind of get this out there. I'm not really crazy about any of this design. It's all going to evolve. This is what I talk about when I say untangling this knot, because I was doing a lot of testing and trying to make these specific programs work. So I was trying a lot of different layouts, and this is just kind of what was last in the evolution. You can see here I have the infirmary. I'm trying the approach where you bring the solitary through the infirmary so they get healed. I don't like that anymore. I think I'm going to do away with that, but we'll get down to that down the road. I have a psychologist's office here. I have a common room for Alcoholics Anonymous and drug treatment. No, drug treatment's in here. This would be Alcoholics Anonymous staff room. So I was having problems. Psychologist is up here again, as you know, and a common room up here for that. And then I had, did I add? No, see, I'm getting confused because I did a test prison. I restarted this prison. Basically, I sold this one off. I took the money from this one and I built a new one, just trying to see if I could work around certain issues I was having. So I don't remember like what was in that prison, what was in this one. But basically, I couldn't get the reform programs to work with this layout through the limitations of the game. Now, I had kind of stepped away from this prison. I had said, you know what, it's just not going to work. I don't like this design. It's going to frustrate me. I just feel like it's all band-aids and workarounds, and the stuff like that drives me nuts. So I stepped away. Like I just told you, I sold this prison because I wanted to see, like, was it my design issues or was it the game issues and things. Another thing was the laundries with all the shirts and stuff laying around. Things like that drive me crazy. So I did. I built it to the prison. I went back to my kind of go-to design, which is a big canteen and a central hub. If you watch my season 1, that's how I did it. A big canteen, big kitchen in the central hub, and the rest of the kitchen kind of satellite, radiates around that. I had much more success there. I was happy with that. So I was like, okay, you know what? That's it. I'm going to go back to the season. I'm going to sell this prison. We're going to start over or whatever. But like in the same couple of days that all that was going on, they did the bug bash, as a lot of you guys know, and they fixed some of the things. So then I was just like, this is probably went over a course of a week or so, maybe even a little longer. And they fixed like the laundry issue. I found there was a mod on Steam that helped it a little bit, but apparently they have fixed it now. Maybe they haven't fixed it. Maybe that's what's coming up in the next patch. The mod seems to be working better, and I think they've officially fixed it in the next update, if I read correctly. But they've also seemingly fixed the regime and the program. So we're going to check that out. I hope that's working. Because to me, if I can't have, Alcoholics Anonymous, drug rehab, behavioral therapy in my max sec, it's a no-go. I can't do this prison because the idea is to have 50% of my population be maximum security, and if I can't get drugs out of their hand, like I can't curb the what's the word, contraband problem. I couldn't think of that word. I can't curb the contraband problem if I can't curb demand. You know, if they want the drugs, they're going to keep coming. I can't get drugs out of the prison unless I can get their desire for drugs out of the prison. So that was a big problem, and that was a big problem I was having. I was having a hard time resolving it because honestly, I had actually decided to move on and do a new prison. Now, since they've fixed it, and I think other fixes are coming, they should be pretty rapidly coming here. I'm recording this day before Thanksgiving. What is that? November 26th. I kind of predict that their next big patch, they do their monthly build, will come on Thursday. So a couple days from now, then that should have a couple more fixes and things, maybe some new features. So I'm just going to stick with this prison. I'm going to give it out. I'm not a quitter. I don't want to quit. I think there's potential here as long as things are fixed and they work how they should be. So moving on from that, what we're going to do is we're going to sit here and we're going to try to kind of look at this because now I'm looking at it with fresh eyes. I haven't played this prison. I kind of forgot what I was doing. Like for instance, this little, I don't know what this is. I think, well, another big problem I was having, but that this isn't a reason I was giving up on this. I have some max sec. As you guys know, we took a little bit in here. We had a little starter. I think there's 20 of them. Yes. I then also, of course, got some ex-law enforcement, which as some of you have played going, haha, yeah, that's what this is here. Let me show you. I don't know if, yeah, see, this is my little ragtag, haphazard, like, oh my gosh, I need protective custody somewhere. I got to get these guys out of circulation. So the idea was, I had it all set up so that, actually, let me see if the regimes are still there. Anyway, this is a holding cell for protective custody. There was solitary here for them too. And then I had it set up so they would walk. I put it through security in the kennel because I figured that's a pretty good, standoff. Nobody's going to be able to get in and get them. And then I had it so, I had a couple instances where they'd be walking to the canteen. These guys would be walking out of the canteen to lockdown, and they would scrap in the hallway. So I put buffers in. Let me see if that's still there. I might have deleted it after the last guy died. It looks like it's still, yeah, it looks like it's still there. Or not there anymore. I did have a protective custody regime, but I guess maybe because I don't have any anymore. What did I just do there? But that's right. I don't have any anymore because they all got killed. I don't really even know how it happened. I had a little bit of a dust off at one point. I do remember, again, this is a month ago or so. And, I think it was over in here, actually. Oh, no, it was in here. It was in the cupboard. I had the max sec in here. That's why you see the guy patrolling in there now. I had no eyes in here. I need to put a camera in here. And it was a fight in here. I couldn't find it because I had no eyes in here. I couldn't find it. I was looking all over. I could hear that noise, that rumbling noise, and you could see the threat meter going up, but I couldn't find it. I was looking around. By the time I got in here, actually, let me see. I feel like people died. Again, I'm kind of going all back on this. What policy regime needs? Where does it say that? Not there, does it? And here, days without lynch. So not many. Doesn't it say somewhere? Deaths in past 24 hours. All right, so it was only 24 hours. I feel like somebody died in here. Well, I'll tell you what. I feel like somebody died in here, but I'll tell you who did die. My protective custody, because by the time I got this quelled, I kind of, I had the armed guard. Where did he go? I brought these guys in, and I had him come in, quelled the fight right down. But then what I noticed was there's guys in here dead. So during that riot, MaxSec broke through security somehow got through here. I don't know. I don't think the doors were broken, so they were let through, I guess, which is kind of confusing to me, and got in and killed the guys in this holding cell, which I thought was pretty ballsy and pretty surprising. So it's pretty obvious to me that I need to get these MaxSec. I'm not going to be taking in any max security. Let me make sure that is turned off, actually. Yes, we have normal on. Let's just turn everything off for a minute, because I do want more people coming in because I need money. That's a big priority, but I'm not going to be intaking MaxSec. These MaxSec, most of them are just these guys that I designated high security because I don't want protective custody guys right now. I just don't have anywhere to put them. Same goes for Supermax. I don't want to get a legendary. That would be a nightmare right now. So the idea roughly is I want some money because I want to buy this piece of property, and I'm going to put protective custody over here. Totally isolated, almost a whole other prison. And as I've told you guys before, the idea here was to buy this and have Supermax over here. And again, that's going to take some money. That's $160,000 right there. I feel like I could, if let's say I got some Supermax security guys, I could make a little cell block here, fortify the hell out of it. There's only going to be like 5 to 10, right, Supermax guys, so I could really fortify it and put guards all over the place and do my best with that. And at least, like, if those supermax got out and he killed some high security, I wouldn't feel so upset about that, because prison on prison, you know, prisoner on prisoner violence, whatever. It's the protective custody. I feel like I have to do a lot to protect them. You know, they're ex-law enforcement or whatever. They're snitches, especially the snitches who, you know, are now under attack because I recruited them. So I feel responsible for them. So that's why I'm going to do the added degree over here. This is clearly not adequate. So I'm trying to rethink things, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the game up a little bit. We're going to just run it slowly because I want to see how everything's running, because it's been a little while. So I need to clean some things up. I need some money, which that will come back. I was making decent money. It's because of my incident report probably is why it's down so low. I need to clean things up. I want to make this bigger. I'm so much I want to do. So we're basically going to be revamping this entire prison for the most part. And how I understand kitchens work now, as I understand, the food teleports. So I probably don't even need this big kitchen over here. And it might actually just make things very, very inefficient. But we're going to leave these here for now. I might have just been better with just the serving tables and the food just teleports there. I don't know. We'll watch that. I don't know if I spoke to you guys about this. If you look, I took the water pump out of here. I put it in here. And that's strictly because I wanted the big pipes to going more towards the center of the prison. I didn't like the idea that the prisoners, you know, who you guys know, they dig like crazy now. I didn't want them able to just hop a big pipe all the way to here. That kind of made me nervous. So I just relocated it in here into the cleaning cupboard. I didn't think it would harm anything. I still am able to get as many guys in there as I need. I do have 3 regimes. Why do I have... I don't know how to look at the different ones. How do I look... why do I have... It does. It's got... How do I look at the different regimes? I don't remember this. And I don't want to close that. I don't know. I'll have to fool with it. It's not important right now. Yeah, this is another thing right here. I'm actually going to do this because this is pretty important. I want to clean this building up. What do we have? That is... Yeah, it's brick. Okay. I'm going to just add this. That should work, right? I think so. It's going to mess all this up. I don't want to bulldoze. Yeah, you guys have to be patient with me as I seemingly relearn the game. It's kind of annoying that way when I take a large break. But we'll get there. Basically, these are not optimized. I'm going to get rid of these wood tables. I don't see any need for these. I don't feel like the production is making me that much money. I might just get rid of the forestry too, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to do 2 standard workshops because I want to get rid of the carpentry program and all that, because I want to slim things down. That's not what I want. This is what I want. Education. Yeah, I need to get that done because I want to get that grant. That's a nice $40,000 grant. So I need guys doing that more. Like I said, I want to get rid of the guard taser certification. Yeah, I don't want the carpentry apprentice. I just want to train guys for the machines, get 2 machine shops going, selling license plates, profitable, good steady money, and that's what we'll do. Maybe later on I'll get into carpentry again, but right now I want to make sure I can make that as efficient as I can, because I just haven't had time to figure that out yet. Requires an entrance. I told you to do something, didn't I? Materials. Demolish walls. Yeah, it's right there. So go demolish those walls, dude. Let's speed it up a little bit. I just don't want to go too fast. I'm afraid I will lose control if people come. And then I'll probably build out a cell block over here. Get some more medium second, because I just need more money. I need more money coming in so that I can afford to do these things like buy this property. I don't remember doing it, but I have a loan out right now. Where is that? Valuation pro grants. 29,000. So I'd like to pay that off as quickly as I can. Just trying to pay that down a little bit. Get rid of that loan because I don't want to have like a $30,000 loan. And then I was debating here buying or selling shares for 60K. That's going to go up. I think I sold it for 80 or 90 because I only own 90 now. I'll sell another set of shares if that's, you know, a little higher and I don't have the loan, and that enables me to buy this property. So then I could just put the protective custody over there. I'll do that. But I want to get that loan paid down a little bit first. Another digital clock. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. For me, this is such a great thing for me. I'm just a digital clock guy. I wish I could change that color. You probably can, I guess, in the files. Let me know. I might do that because I don't like the red. Or maybe the color should change at the time of day. That would be pretty cool too. So, yeah, we're in here. Yeah, I'm not crazy about this design. This is supposed to be the high max, the max sec visitation. Haven't gotten into that yet. You know, the whole idea was they would come in through here and sit down. Same idea. Basically, mirror this. Very, very similar. Cleaning cupboard because we need those. The idea here is if you look, I have a dog patrolling right here. I'll show you. Deployment. Dog patrols right here. The idea is for prisoners, you know, the big ones for me on the other side were infirmary. That's where they're getting drugs and things. And the cleaning cupboards where they're getting chemicals and things. So this way, in order to go to either of these, you have to pass this dog, you have to pass another dog, you have to pass another. So there's a couple dogs they would have to pass to get there. Because if you look, a big problem in mine, contraband. Let's see, last 24 hours. If you look at some of this stuff, like where it's coming from, yeah, infirmary. A lot of it's coming from the infirmary, and that's a problem. And right here is visitation. But if you look over here, look, it's all out of the cleaning cupboard. So I'm just trying to kind of isolate. It's a little less efficient work-wise, but I'm trying to isolate it a little more so that I can cut down on the contraband pouring out of there. I don't think, I just didn't even look to see. All right, so he is grabbing stuff. So there you go. So that's good. I want to see a concentration of stuff here. That would be good. So that would definitely be good. Seems like a lot less than 24 hours, but that was the idea here. Again, like I said, it's not, and the same idea here. They're coming from visitation. Everything, all my high risk is basically visitation, cleaning cupboard, infirmary. All of those have to go by here, and eventually I probably will hire another guard and put another dog on the same patrol. I'm not up to like what my staff levels are. That's why the dog patrols are right here. The kennel is right here. I might change that eventually. I'm not sure. I don't really have a problem with where it is right now, especially once I get rid of this holding cell. Once I can move protective custody, I can, I'll get that space back too. That might end up being like a security room, or an armory might move here. Actually, that might be better for an armory right there, a little closer, but it's actually fine where it is. It's closer to the front door. Yeah, this whole idea here where I know a lot of people do this where they bring the solitary guys through the infirmary into the solitary so that these doctors pick them up as they go through. I get that, and it makes sense, but I don't like the fact that you're walking. Now, I guess, see, this is the question I have. Maybe if you guys know this. Obviously, when they're getting escorted into solitary, I don't think they can steal. But when they're let out of solitary, I'll have to watch. Are they escorted or are they just released? I've never really taken notice of that. So if they're just released, that's going to be a problem because then they'll steal from the infirmary and there you go. So we'll see. But this is kind of the medical block or the utility block. I did the yard. Oh, that's why I did the yard. I remember now. Because as I was trying to keep the protective custody and the max sec separate, I needed a place to put the max. So the max sec would eat their meals. I wanted to push them out into the yard, then bring the protective custody into here to eat. So while they were using the canteen, I wanted to put them far away. It's not a bad idea to have the yard anyway. It doesn't cost much to do a yard. I had the space sitting here anyway. I'll probably use this for something else down the line, but for now, that's fine. So yeah, okay, so they did this here. Let's just get this going then. While we're here, you guys can see at least a little bit of progress. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just keep that. Why is that like that? Oh, because... Oh, you know what? Yeah, I need to check tunnels. That's going to be an issue. Is that 2 flags right there? Okay, hold on a sec. Alright, we're going to hunt this down. So we got a flag here. I got 2 there. Search cell block, search cell. I don't know. I have no idea. Again, I'm just picking this up. I have no idea how long it's been since I've done one of these. So we could easily have someone tunneling out of the prison right now. So we'll do this right now, and then we'll wrap up this episode, see what they find. Okay, so there you go. Good Lord. Yep. So there we go. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why all these holes are here. It's weird, but that's the doozy of a tunnel. So let's He's really fighting me too, huh? What's that noise? I don't know what that noise is. And we'll do a full... Do a full shakedown tonight off camera for you guys. If anything exciting happens, of course, I'll show you. But yeah, just to know kind of where we're at and what we're dealing with here. Actually, it's 4 a.m. right now, so I'm sure these guys aren't very happy with me right now. They have been much more testy than they normally have been. So I'm trying to be a little more careful about the shakedowns and full shakedowns. Because there's no reason for a lot of these guys to be woken up right now. Alright, so we'll wrap up this episode, episode 12. I'm back. I'm going to be playing more of this, publishing more of this for you guys. You guys seem to enjoy it. You want it. The demand is there. I enjoy the game. I'm definitely going to keep playing it. Like I said, there should be some new features coming in the next probably about a week. Actually, by the time you guys see this, it's probably right around that same time. They're usually pretty good with backwards compatibility, so I don't see a big problem with having to restart my prison. I might have to rejuggle my prison for some things, but that's kind of fun too. Adds a challenge to it. So looking forward to that, seeing what that might bring. So thanks so much for being patient, guys. I do appreciate it. We're going to move forward with this. We're going to try and kind of rejiggle things and make them work better. You guys know that efficiency and stuff is really what I'd like to do. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.